Monday in Tryon, North Carolina. It's evening time, and we've had a full day. We've been down to Greenville and back for dental appointments, and I got to tell you, it's just been a blessed full week from Sunday to Sunday. Luke 14:26 says, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate his own father and mother and wife and children and brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple." Now we know that it's an exaggerated statement that he was making to make a point, that he didn't really expect us to hate our fathers or our mothers, our brothers or sisters. It would be contradictory to his teachings about love one another. They'll know you're my disciples by your love for one another. Uh, Love your enemies. Certainly, Jesus wouldn't then turn around and say, hate your father and mother. But what he was trying to say is that God has to come first. And we realize that as Christians. We probably ought to be waiting at the pulpit when people come forward to be saved to tell them, this is going to cost you something. As a matter of fact, that's what I preached this past Sunday at First Baptist Landrum. I preached that discipleship costs something. How many of you have ever had somebody say to you, and you call yourself a Christian? Well, they expect more out of us, and they should, because we ought to be different. But perhaps not for the same reason they said that, where they see us do something that they think a Christian shouldn't. Nevertheless, it's been a blessed week. Not this past Sunday when I preached at First Baptist Landrum, but the Sunday before I had an opportunity to preach at Temple Baptist Church in Simpsonville, South Carolina, share with them the blessings of stewardship, and that God owns it all 100%, but we just return a portion to Him. And then during the week, we were blessed with wonderful times with Christian brothers and sisters praying for others. Today it was a blessing because I went down to the dentist office that we'd never been to before, and we quickly found out that the dentist and his wife were both dentists, both Christians, both Southern Baptist, that they're orthodontist, those that worked cleaning the teeth, those that worked in the office at the desk were Christians also. And we're not afraid to talk about their faith. You see, discipleship does cost something. It costs being courteous. It costs being loving. It costs being willing to give witness of what God's done for us. And so I want to just ask you today to take the rest of this devotional time and join with me in praying for some people who really need our prayers, who deserve our prayers. First of all, there's a mission team going from First Baptist Church of Landrum, 26 of them, going up into a poor section of Kentucky to minister to people by doing house repairs, Bible studies, and all sorts of helps. 26 people who gave up a good chunk of their summer to go up there and minister to the people. And then as we were in the dental office, I was made aware of a young man by the name of Perry Ballou. Perry has adrenal cancer, very serious cancer. He's going to be going to St. Jude Hospital. He needs our prayers. He's only 15 years old. And then as we sat and had dinner together before we came back up the mountain, the waitress that we asked, is there anything we can pray for you for, gave me two prayer requests that I hope you'll join with me in praying. The first one is for her fiance, Austin. He's in boot camp, going to serve our country. He deserves our prayers, not only for his preparation for the military, but in his service to our country. And then she made us aware of an 18-year-old that her family knew well that was killed in an automobile accident just this past week. I don't have a name for you, but God knows the name. He knows that 18-year-old, and He knows the parents that are grieving. He knows any brothers or sisters or other relatives that are grieving, and that family needs our prayers. Isn't it wonderful how God has given us the privilege, not of a smartphone, not of high-speed internet, but of being able to just pray and talk directly to God. Never getting a busy signal, never losing signal, but being able to talk directly to God and intercede on behalf of others. It's a wonderful privilege we have as Christians. And if we're really his disciple, he tells us to pray for one another, whether we know each other well or not, just to pray for one another. Remember the man that lives up on the mountain with me that's the Iraqi war veteran, severely wounded, and he's going across 50 states, giving out Bibles and sharing his testimony about how God saved him. Yes, there's a lot of folks to pray for tonight. So take the rest of the time that you would normally spend on a 10-minute devotion. Just bow your head or look up to the ceiling towards God, or whatever your position for prayer is, and pray for these. Pray for Perry Ballou. Pray for Austin and boot camp. Pray for those that are on the mission trip from First Baptist Landrum. Soon there'll be a group going from Temple Baptist Church down to Guatemala. And I hope you'll pray for them. Or Honduras. I've forgotten now which one of those two countries it is. Nevertheless, they're going to take sneakers for bare feet, showing the cost of discipleship, giving sacrificially of their time, of their tithe, and of their skills. So remember to pray for these, and remember to continue to pray for my friend here on the mountain who's sharing in 50 states the good news of Jesus Christ and giving out Bibles. For you and I both know that he has sacrificed already for our country with all of the wounds, but he is sacrificing for our God and Savior now as he shares his testimony with others. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.